How did the Revolutionary War impact society? Its effects were immediate, profound, far-reaching, and created a new social order whose full implications we still discover today. In a sense, the Revolutionary War just helped solidify a way of life that existed here in the colonies. But the creation of a government which couldn't act unless the people themselves first decided who the decision maker would be, and then provides for continuous interaction between ordinary people and their elected representatives, was a revolutionary idea. Only a few years went by between the end of the American Revolution and the spread of that same democratic movement to France. And the leaders of the American Revolution, profuse writers, as many of them were, continue to influence revolutionary social movements right through the 20th century and up to today. The very ideas incorporated in the Declaration of Independence, that the objectives of life were as long a life as possible, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, were by no means things people took for granted before the American Revolution. And yet, they defined the objectives of today's American society. People question authority, people question the decisions of our leaders on the basis of whether or not they will prolong life, make it better, and promote liberty. Consider the issues in debate in the Democratic debates, for example. What are people talking about?
I didn't see it actually.
Which form of government, which party is going to do the better job of extending our lives? What's healthcare all about? What's government healthcare all about versus private healthcare all about? What's all this talk about public funding of education about? You know, before the American Revolution, the idea that everyone had a right to education would have been considered laughable. People were born to parents of a certain social class, of a certain trade, and that would be your life.
All right.
The idea that people have a right to choose their own lives existed nowhere before the American Revolution. And yet today, enormous amounts of money are spent, enormous amounts of experimentation and educational ideas takes place to try to address the question, how do we best make sure that every single American has the chance to make the most of his or her life in the way he or she chooses to do. That is the true revolution of the American Revolution.